Best of traditional wedding. Gbogbo lólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ ń retí rẹ̀ kiri. Best of traditional wedding. Ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi many gives away. Best of traditional wedding. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Ṣé ti gbọ́? Ètò lẹ́tọ̀ traditional wedding ó lọ lọ́wọ́. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ni lọ́gbọ́n. Best of traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Every Tuesday on Facebook. 6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Best of traditional weddings. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí, ẹ̀yin tèmi nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi. Mo kára lé, mo kẹ́rù ọ̀nà, mo kọ́kùnrin, mo kọ́bìnrin, mo kọ́mọdé, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo kí àgbàlagbà wípé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Lórí ètò wa, ètò yín, ètò kan náà tí gbogbo wa mọ̀ sí ètò ìgbéyàwó. Let's talk traditional weddings and more. Gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa sọ fún wa ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀, Olúwabùnmi lèmi ń jẹ́ o, aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù tí gbogbo ayé mọ̀ sí. Mumi Victorious, alága ìdúró, alága ìjókòó, MC, event panagele, artist, makeup artist with godly swagger. Mo fẹ́ fàsìkò ìdúpẹ́ lọ́gbà àwọn tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Àmọ́ kó tó di pé a tún tẹ̀síwájú, ṣé ẹ rí pé yẹ ká gbígbà fọba kọ́dá ayé, ọba ṣẹ̀dá àrùn, ọba lánàá, ọba lénìí, ọba títa ayérayé kọrin kése. Ẹlẹ́bùrú ìkẹ́, ọba tó tó nípa tó kọ̀ tí ò pa ní mọ́. Ọba tó jẹ́ pé nígbà tá à ń lọ lẹ́sẹ̀ tó kọjá, adágbére àní à ń lọ kábọ̀. Ó tún wá jẹ́ kó ṣeé ṣe fún wa láti tún ríra láyọ̀ àti àlàáfíà lónìí. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ òjò ló máa ti rọ̀ tílẹ̀ máa ti fi mù. Àwa tá wà láyé tá wà láàyè kì í máa ṣe nípa ipá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kì í ṣe nípa agbára bí kò ṣe nípa oore ọ̀fẹ́ adániwáyé. Adúpẹ́ Ọlọ́run alágbára ẹgbọ́ pẹ́kẹ́ gba yín wa. Mo tún fẹ́ fàsìkò náà dúpẹ́ lọ́gbà àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ṣagbátẹrù tira láti kédélẹ̀. Pàápàá jùlọ iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces níbi tí wọ́n ti ń taṣọ ìyàwó ti ìyá ìyàwó ti bàbá ìyàwó lẹ́fẹ́ ni. Ohun tó fẹ́ fi ṣẹ̀ṣọ́ fún ayẹyẹ yín lẹ́fẹ́ ni. Ohunkóhun tó bá fẹ́ ó wà ní iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces. Kódà wọ́n tún ní ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ wọn kan tí wọ́n ń pè ní Ready to Wear by Chorus Jewels and Laces. Ẹ ṣeun. Iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues, ibẹ̀ láti mú tẹ́lẹ̀ ìtakó sílé ní wá. Ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogues, ọwọ́ yín ò ní, iléeṣẹ́ yóò ní jóná, ọwọ́ yín á máa ròkè. Mo dúpẹ́ pàápàá jùlọ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine níbi tí wọ́n ti ń gba ẹyẹ wa sórí magazine. Tí wọ́n fẹ́ ká ẹyẹ wà lórí magazine, ẹ kàn sí iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine. Wọ́n tún máa ń báyàn polówó ọjà. Ẹ ṣeun iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine. Mo tún fẹ́ fàsìkò yìí náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global. Ẹ ṣeun ẹ kú gbogbo gbà ó, àmàrí yín bá. Kó tó ní kó mọ́ tẹ̀síwájú, ẹ jẹ́ kí n tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn jàǹkàn léèní èmi nìkan tán, àwọn èèyàn ńlá báyìí wọ́n wà lórí ètò yìí. Ẹ ṣeun gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ń darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Ẹ ṣeun ìyàwó bàbá First Ògbóríwọlé, Bukilicious Entertainment, our very own mommy Bizbam alága ìyàwó, ẹ ṣeun gọ́mà. Arẹwà Jewelry Shop, ẹ ṣeun. Arúwáyọ̀ alága, ẹ ṣeun. Gbogbo àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Bí orúkọ yín ti sá lọ sókè tí mi ò dárúkọ ní ẹ dákun ẹ dábọ̀. MC Moonlight, Fadé Baby, ẹjọ́ kì í ṣàfojúdi o. Orúkọ yẹn ti lọ sókè ni, olójẹ́ kì í ṣe sọ. Kí la fẹ́ gbé sọ lẹ́ni ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa? Gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe wa lórí ètò yìí, ẹ mọ̀ pé kó tó di pé a gbé àkórí ètò wọlé, orin la máa fi sábà gbé ètò wa wọlé. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ jẹ́ ká sáré kọrin. Mo rí pé àwọn èèyàn tí ń fìpè ránṣẹ́, ẹ má bínú. Ó máa ń tó bí ìṣẹ́jú 10 lẹ́yìn tá bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètò ká tó ní àǹfààní àti gbéyàn wọlé nítorí àti ẹ̀ tí ì sọ àkórí ètò. We've not talked about the topic, ladies and gentlemen, so we have to say the topic before we start inviting people to join the show. Please, if you have sent a request to join the show, I'm not going to be able to accept for now until we introduce the topic. So, a fẹ́ fi àkórí ètò ránṣẹ́, a fẹ́ fi hàn wá ná kó tó di wípé a gbé àwọn àlejò wọlé àti àwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n fẹ́ darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. Thank you so much, everybody. Hey, my Facebook people, where are you? Ariwayo. Hello, everybody. Oh, God bless you. Okay, let's listen to the music first before we are able to bring people into the show. My favorite part. Let me know if you can hear my music on Facebook, on Instagram, on YouTube.
Wọ́n mi ayọ̀ délé. Délé ògùn. Let's dig it, people. Alright, let's dig it. Give them. Can you hear my music? Old school ni o, Barry Wonder. Yes, sir. Give them. Mommy said it's better on Facebook than Instagram. Mommy Wisdom says it's better on Facebook than Instagram. Maybe from where she's from. Give them. Barry Wonder, yes, ma. Give them. Yes, so. Mommy, you're doing go Golonjo. Delicious. I know you will go to Facebook. Mommy, this one is there. Hey, look at you, don't wanna. All right, let's do this, guys. Àwọn generation Z wọn lè understand orí mi yìí o. Okay, ma. Yeah, olùkàtúntò ṣe fẹ́ lè ṣe ọ̀nà ìgbẹ́. Thank you, man. Hey, thank you, mommy. I like that. Oya nìyẹn. Oh my God, I'm gathering this music. Kò sí bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ jẹ́ stop music yìí tó ló ń dùn mọ́ mi tí bá ní kí n dúró de orin ìwà láyà ní ṣètò lẹ́ni. I don't know many of us heard that music. Some of us, Generation Z, you may not understand that music, but that's coming from our father. May his beautiful soul rest in peace. That's from Barry Wonder. We call him Alhaji Sikiru Ayinde Barrister. Wọ́n ní bí kú ṣe lágbára tó kò sólóògùn tó lè rí ti kú ṣe o. Bí kú ṣe lágbára tó, bí kú ṣe lágbára tó, kò sólóògùn tó lè rí ti kú ṣe. Ẹ máa wọ́n dà pé ẹjọ́ kí ọ̀rọ̀ ikú wá nínú ọ̀rọ̀ ìgbéyàwó lénìí lórúkọ Jésù kò sí ọkàn níwà tó máa kúkú rewèrèwé. Àní bá wọn kúkú ọ̀wọ́ àní kúkú rewèrèwé. Àmọ́ nǹkan tá gbé wá sórí ètò lénìí ó ṣe nǹkan tó ṣe pàtàkì gidi ni. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà things happen. Nobody planned for the inevitable, but sometimes things happen. And it doesn't have to do with age. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà la máa rí wípé ìgbéyàwó mi ó máa ń dópin nípa pé bóyá ọkọ ló ṣaláìsí ni àbí ìyàwó ló ṣaláìsí àbí kò tẹ̀ sọ pé you know what àṣemọ́ pé oníkálukú máa lọ lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀ nígbà míì kò tẹ̀ ṣe ti kú nìkan. You know that these days we see people, women and men that are widowed around our communities all over the places. Now ìbéèrè tá fẹ́ béèrè lénìí gangan ni wípé báwo ló ṣe rọrùn tó fún obìnrin tí ọkọ ẹ̀ bá papòdà àbí tí ọkọ ẹ̀ ṣaláìsí, báwo ló ṣe rọrùn tó fún obìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ láti tẹ̀síwájú tó lóyìnbó pè ní move on or láti tún remarry or to go into another relationship? How easy is it for women who are widowed or divorced? How easy is it for them to move on with their life or to remarry compared to their male counterparts? Àwọn nǹkan tá fẹ́ sọ lénìí nìyẹn, because you have to understand that this ayé tá wà yìí ti bí tire ni. Àwọn doctor tóbìnrin bá bímọ tó bá ti gbé ọmọ jáde tí wọn bá ti gbé bí ọmọ jáde wọn ti lè kí obìnrin yẹn gan kó kú ewu ọmọ tí bí tire láwálé ayé. Things happen. So when this thing happen, we need to find out what is the likelihood of a woman to move on with her life compared to their male counterpart nígbà tí bóyá ọkọ ṣaláìsí àbí kankan. How easy is it for them compared to now ẹ jẹ́ ká bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti báyìí. Ṣó tiẹ̀ lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ irrespective of age àbí ká sọ pé tiẹ̀ ní age kan tó yẹ kí obìnrin sọ pé okay o bóyá nígbà tí a ṣègbéyàwó maybe after 20 years, after 100 years, after 50 years, after 30, after 10, after whatever year, ṣé ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kí èèyàn máa sọ wípé òun tún fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú nínú nǹkan tó lóyìnbó pé the relationship? Is it okay for people to say, you know what, the spouse, because even ní tó bá lọ ṣe ìgbéyàwó wọ́n máa ń sọ wípé in sickness, in health, in blood, in blow, in riches, in poor, in whatever, until death do us apart. Now, please, is it okay for people to say, oh, ẹni tí lọ jẹ́ kí n move on? Ẹ jẹ́ ká kọ́kọ́ béèrè ìbéèrè láti bẹ̀ yẹn. Please remember to share. Thank you so much, Bukile, for sharing. Please remember that you can share this show, and please remember that you can remind people about this show. So ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ tá a kọ́ béèrè ni wípé ṣó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kéèyàn sọ pé nígbà tí ẹni yìí ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ ikú kò sẹ́ni kankan tó gbàdúrà kóhun kú kékeré, but it's inevitable òun la ṣe sọ ẹ̀ kò sólóògùn náà láyé ìtorí ti kú ṣe, kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni tó dẹ̀ máa ń gbàdúrà pé kóhun tiẹ̀ kọ́kọ́ àbí kóhun kọ̀yàwó. Okay, ó ti wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Ṣó yẹ kí èèyàn sọ pé òun fẹ́ move on, tó lóyìnbó pè ní move on? I want to go into another relationship, I want to keep going, I want to just move on with my life and go into another relationship. Ṣó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Tí ó bá wá rí bẹ́ẹ̀, how soon do we think this should happen? Somebody has sent me a request ever since. Royal Crown Entertainer. Let me see if she's still there. Let me see if I can accept the person. Remember, you can call us on this show. +447828500938. +447828500938. Ẹ ṣeun gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ń kí wa, tí wọ́n ń dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wa. A dúpẹ́ púpọ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n bá wa fètò ìránṣẹ́. Please remember that you can share this show. And if you're, I know it's a work day. Some people may be at work. You may not be able to call, but if you can call us, please, I would appreciate if you can please call us. Somebody is answering me on this show, and if you cannot call, you cannot send a request to be in the show, remember that you can leave your comments. We are here to learn, because this show is particularly to help people to, to live a better life. A lot of people is about killing when your man. So Mommy Ayodele Ogun is saying there's nothing wrong in moving on after death of spouse. I don't think there's a timeline for this as well. That's coming from Mommy Ayodele Ogun's. Bukile says it depends on the individuals and it depends on the situation before divorce or before the other party's demise. Okay, please, I would like to hear from a couple of people as well. A couple more people, one or two more people. What do you think? What's your opinion? For example, if I'm 70 and my husband is 80 and he passed away, I don't think I will bother. But well, it's up to individuals. I've seen where 70-something-year-old woman is getting married to a wedding dress ago. So, but let's talk about it. Eshe mama wa yawo baba wọ́n ti bá wa fi number ta lè pè wá sí. Ṣé ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan tá a béèrè lórí ètò yìí wípé kí èèyàn sọ pé ọkọ ti ṣàìsí o, àbí kẹ́ pé ìgbéyàwó yìí ò tiẹ̀ wọ́ ọkọ oníkálukú ti ọkọ ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ, ìyàwó ti bá tiẹ̀ lọ. Ṣé ó lẹ́tọ̀ọ́ kí èèyàn máa sọ pé òun ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ tún ìgbéyàwó ṣe àbí òun tún fẹ́ lọ into another relationship? Àwọn èèyàn ti dáhùn wọ́n ní it depends. Somebody said they ran away from IG and came to mommy. Okay. So somebody said it depends on individuals. Somebody said I don't think there's anything wrong in it, and I don't think there's a timeline to it. Okay, if there is no timeline to it, let us ask ourselves another question. Because I noticed that sometimes men, this thing, is it different? Is this supposed to be different, or the reaction of the people, or should I say ìhà tí àwùjọ wa tó kọ sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ ìyá obìnrin, ṣé the same ìhà náà ni wọ́n kọ sí ní ọ̀dọ̀ ọkùnrin? Pàápàá jùlọ tí obìnrin bá ní, gẹ́gẹ́ bí nǹkan táwọn ìyá wa sọ ń sìn, wọ́n ní pé kò yẹ kí a fi àkókò sí i, ó fẹ́ move on, ó fẹ́ move on náà nìyẹn, kò yẹ kó jẹ́ ìṣòro, kò yẹ kó jẹ́ wàhálà. But ní àwùjọ wa, ṣé a fẹ́ sọ pé ìhà tí àwùjọ kọ sí fún obìnrin òun náà ni ìhà tí wọ́n kọ sí fún ọkùnrin? Do women have the same kind of, I don't know, orúkọ wo ni màá pè lédè òyìnbó yìí tẹ́ gbèbò, ṣé bí society wa ṣe accept it? Is it acceptable for women to say there's no timeline to it, this person has gone, so I need to move on, and I need to someone said there should be no timeline to it. I don't know if everybody share that same opinion. If there's no timeline to it, obviously we'll give it a bit of time. So within the space of what time? Then ṣé ìhà tí àwùjọ wa, our society, the way they would judge a woman for moving on after divorce or after the demise of the partner or spouse, is it the same way that they would judge the men? Let's talk about that. Is it the same way? Because one of the things that we really want to talk about here today is how easy, if you look at the topic, how easy is it for women to move on after they are being widowed or after divorce? How easy is it for women to move on compared to their male counterparts? There's a lot of women out there that are young, that their spouses are no longer available. Maybe they've divorced or the man is no longer alive. How easy is it for them to move on compared to their male counterpart? Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ká sọ sọ̀rọ̀. Ẹ rántí pé ẹ lè pè wá sórí aago +44 7828 500 938. Thank you for joining us, M1 event. Thank you for joining us, London and Laga. Thank you, Akobi Tush. Thank you for those that are joining us. Please remember that you can share this post. Now, on this show, we always try to be as positive as we can. We are pro-marriage. I love marriage a lot. I want every marriage to work. But we cannot shy away from the fact that there are sometimes that situations are not the way we plan. I don't know if you understand that. We cannot bury our head in the sand and pretend as if everything is okay. The other time when we were talking about the importance of celebrating ourselves on let me accept our mommy of celebrating Valentine. We were talking about how sweet it is, but there are some people that their husband are no more. There are some people to accept, so call on Jacko Walilori Facebook. There are some people that they are divorced. There are some people that the marriage is not working. Do we think about it? Hey, look who we got here on Facebook, people. I've got Mommy Bisbam on Facebook. Yes. Can you hear me, ma? Yes, so Mommy Bisbam is on Facebook, people. Thank you, ma. God bless you, ma. It's so good to see you. Ma? Bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma. Ẹyẹ èèyàn ṣe ń gbọ́ wọn. Yes. Àwọn èèyàn láwọn ń gbọ́.
Bóyá béèyàn ṣe lè remarry.
Yes, nǹkan tí à ń béèrè ni wípé àkọ́kọ́ ń béèrè wípé bí how soon ni èèyàn lè remarry bí àtọkọ bá ṣaláìsí àbí tí àwọn bá ṣaláìsí àbí kẹ́tọ́ bá divorce, how soon? Ìgbà wo lèèyàn lè ṣe tó máa ní ó ti yájú o, àbí tó máa ní ó ti wà okay? Ìyẹn ni ìbéèrè àkọ́kọ́ mà. Ìbéèrè kejì òun ni wípé báwo ló ṣe rọrùn tó fún obìnrin láti move on compared to ọkùnrin?
Kò sígbà tó yá jù, kò sígbà tó pẹ́ jù tí obìnrin lè remarry after the demise of her husband or a divorce. It all depends on the relationship she shared with her husband. Tó bá jẹ́ pé bounded ni marriage yẹn jẹ́ fún tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀, tó jẹ́ pé ó ṣà ń rọrí mọ́ ni. Tọ́lọ́run dẹ̀ jàjàjàjà wá ṣàánú ẹ̀ tí divorce wáyé tàbí tí kú wáyé. Tí ó bá rẹ́ni tó fẹ́ fẹ́ tí ò ṣe pé bóyá ó ti ń dètè nìyẹn tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ kí ọkọ ẹ̀ tó kú tàbí kí divorce tó wáyé. To live a happy life and a healthy life for her, for her children, because she has to move on. Tó bá ní òun sì fẹ́ wà nínú kò tó ń wá yẹn títí. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ̀ máa jìyà ẹ̀, òun gan fún rẹ̀ máa jìyà ẹ̀. Because health-wise it's not good for her. So she can move on. But tó bá ní a very good relationship with her husband, while the husband was alive or anyway, the relationship was good, there is no cause for the divorce. Tó bá ní very good relationship, tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n love ara wọn, she can stay unmarried. No matter since not bímọ fúnra wọn, she can stay focused on her children, taking care of her children. And then, well, I don't know. Some people say you can have friends. But then, you can to honor your husband. Because ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá ti di kó marry yẹn, gbogbo àwọn dream and aspiration tó wà tọkọ ẹ̀ tì ní kó tó di kó kò ní lè ṣeé ṣe. Ọkùnrin tí bí náà máa ní dreams tó máa borí nǹkan tí wọ́n fẹ́ tó ti jọ sọ sílẹ̀ fáwọn fẹ́ ṣe. So it's all good when they have a very healthy relationship to honor the man and stay single, take care of the children, stay happy to be.
Tó bá wá jẹ́ kó sì kéré ńkọ́, tó bá jẹ́ ṣìdéyàn yẹn, tó bá pé obìnrin yẹn ṣì young, àbọ́kùnrin yẹn ṣì young.
Kò sí ọ̀pọ̀ tó jẹ́ young, aréèyàn tó ti kéré tó marry tó jẹ́ pé bóyá bí age 30 something lọ́kọ ẹ̀ kú tó dẹ̀ ti bímọ bíi mẹ́ta. You have a lot on your hand to take care of. But I said be happy. You know I mentioned be happy.
Be happy.
So if it's to get married to somebody that's making her happy, will make her happier, or better.
Okay.
Above all, she should stay
happy
and healthy. It is good to be happy and healthy for yourself and for your children. So that àwọn yẹn kò ní dàgbà, ò ní di liability fún wọn, ò ní lọ go into depression. Wọ́n káwọn ọmọ máa gbé ẹ from hospital to the other, from one care home to the other. So if it is getting not the matter that make you stay happy, please get married and stay happy.
Eshima, the last question ma, kẹ́ tó lọ ni wípé báwo ló ṣe rọrùn tó fún ọkùnrin compared to obìnrin? Láti
àwọn ọkùnrin wà ọmọrí tí wọn pápá ní tàwọn ọkùnrin wà. Pápá ọkùnrin
network.
Ní gbẹ̀yìn ìyàwó ẹ̀. Àbí wọ́n sì di divorce gan, ó ti gbé nǹkan gbẹ̀yìn ìyàwó ẹ̀. Ṣé èèyàn ti sáwọn rà mí? So most men cannot stay, they can't stay. But nǹkan tó dáa jù ni wípé it's good to honour your wife no matter how the need is in your body. Honour at least 3 years. Yes. At least, can you see ọ̀pọ̀ wọlé ni òun try láti kọ́. Ó kéré jù àríró ẹ̀rí ọdún mẹ́ta ní òtí ní pa ẹ́. Ṣé ẹ ṣì ń gbọ́ mi ṣá?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mà à ń gbọ́ mà.
Ọdún mẹ́ta ò lè pa àyàn. Ṣé nǹkan tí mò ń sọ?
Ó yé mi.
Ọkùnrin wa mostly wọn kì í ní sùúrù tó and kò dẹ̀ dá. Kò dá. We know it kò ṣe fi sára kú àmọ́ pé kínní náà everybody ló ní ìdẹ̀. But then you can still just in memory of your wife keep yourself for 3 years at least minimum of 3 years.
Ẹ ṣé mà.
You can go ahead.
Thank you so much ma. Àwọn èèyàn ń góríyìn fún yín, wọ́n kí yín o. Àwọn èèyàn kí yín bàjẹ́bàjẹ́ gbọ́ àwọn ará Instagram. Wọ́n ní God bless you mama. Wọ́n ní God bless you mommy Bisbam. God bless you. Àwọn kan tẹ̀ ní hope you enjoy your holiday. Ìyàwó bàbá gbọ́ àwọn èèyàn kí yín. Thank you so much ma. I know, Eku Gadu, you deserve it. Everybody is greeting you. You deserve it. You deserve it, ma. We really appreciate you, ma. Ẹ ṣé gan. I'm already back. God bless you. Yes, ma. Bye, ma. Love you, ma. Bye, bye. Ẹ̀yin èèyàn wa, ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yìí o. Ọ̀rọ̀ lẹ ti gbọ́ yìí o. wọ́n ní àwọn màmá wa wọ́n ti dá sí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. People have been talking, but I'll quickly reflect on what she said. She said there shouldn't be any timeline to it, especially if the relationship was not so superb before the man's death. There shouldn't be any timeline. Ẹlòmíì tí ọkọ ẹ̀ bá papòdà àbí tíyàwó bá papòdà bí ìgbà pé ó bọ́ lọ́wọ́ wàhálà ni. But if it's a superb relationship, according to what her mama said here, Mommy Bisbam, she said at least you should give the person time. And if you already have enough children, if you can stay still. But if you say because of my children you decided not to go ahead, it may affect you in the future. Wọ́n ní ó lè fa depression, kódà èèyàn lè di body sí àwọn ọmọ yẹn gan lọ́rùn. Kí ni àwọn nǹkan tó máa ń sábà ń fà táwọn èèyàn fi máa ń sá tó máa ní no, I don't want to remarry, especially obìnrin, especially women. Oh, not this one. Only some men they don't even have time to be waiting. But what are the reasons? Can we talk about why do women run away from okay, let me not put just women. There are some men that will not remarry as well. What are the things that are causing people to run away from not wanting to remarry after divorce or especially after passing away of their spouse? Now, let me quickly read some questions. Somebody said, why would she and her children suffer? I think she answered that question. Working in your calling, she said, if you don't move on and you actually feel like it, but you're saying because of one thing that you didn't move on, that it could cause trouble for you, or the body somehow might not come out there, all of my need depression, but we will need the company. Maybe that's what she meant by that. Ẹ kí n gbé ìpè tó tún wọlé. Ẹ jẹ́ gbé ìpè tó wọlé. Hello, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ mà.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ o.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ mà, ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí mà.
Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́.
Yes ma. Ẹ ṣé mà. Yes ma.
I'm really loving this your royal blue.
Thank you ma. God bless you ma. Ẹ ṣé mà. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dárúkọ yín.
Ayọ̀délé Ògúnṣẹ́yìndé.
Yes ma. Ẹ ṣé mà.
Mo fẹ́ dá sí ètò yìí, and I'm speaking from the angle of someone that has experienced it. I lost my husband when I was 50. And nígbà yẹn, my youngest child was 17 and my eldest was 20, in her 20s. And Mommy Bisa mentioned something pé tọ́mọ wọn bá ti dàgbà. Pé wọ́n lè má, and actually that was what happened. Àwọn ọmọ mi ti dàgbà, number one. Number two, I didn't see, you are asking pé kí ló máa ń fà táwọn obìnrin pàápàá òkè pé lórí marry. I didn't see any need for it. Níbo ni mo ti fẹ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀? Ṣé màá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ wá máa dáná fún dájú kan ni? All of that could not, because it never crossed my mind for starters, number one. And I didn't see any need for it. And then at the passing of my husband, it drew us closer, myself and the children. We became one. We were one before, but we became stronger. We make decisions together, we do things together, and all of that. So for me, the companionship was not really missing much because they were my go-to. Having said that, thank God to the glory of God, they are still there for me. When you mind them, my go-to person. So I didn't really feel the need, or don't feel the need, and don't think I will ever feel the need to now ask or get involved with another daddy anywhere. God has been so good to me. That's from my own angle and my perspective. But having said that, marry. I have a friend, a younger sister, within a year, and I was like, no frown, she now said they never had a good marriage. But people have not mentioned something like that. They never had a good marriage. So for her, it was like, but I now asked the sister, but we are not meant to judge anybody. And she went ahead and she got married. So that's why I said there is no timeline. And each person's situation will differ. Like you went to the place where I disagree, then to Lomode, timeline, they talk and to me, it's not about sex or foreign in my battle. It's about that companionship. So for such people, they might tend to get married earlier than 3 or 4 years because gàgà tó bá rẹ́ni tóun náà wà ní similar situation tọrọ wọn wọ̀ wọ́n á lè fẹ́ra wọn. bọ́jú gbogbo ẹ̀ lọ kán fi téèyàn bá fi anything for me kán fi anything sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run. Ọlọ́run ló ń darí, Ọlọ́run ló mọ ètò, Ọlọ́run ló mọ ìlànà, Ọlọ́run ló mọ bó ṣe máa darí olúkálukú wíkà. And I noticed also you mentioned it olóòtú ẹ ní àwọn ọkùnrin wọn máa ń tètè máa ń. ó dà àgàgà àwọn téèyàn tẹ̀ máa ń pè ní men of God ní ẹ má rí kẹ́kẹ́ sí ọ̀rọ̀. wọ́n máa ń marry within lẹ́yìn ọdún kan tó wá di pé wọ́n yẹ ìyàwó wọn from àwọn tí mo ti rí mi ìfẹ́ dárúkọ tó fà. bẹ́ẹ̀ni. tíyàwó wọn bá ti kú báyìí lẹ́yìn ọdún kan ọdún méjì ó pẹ́ jù. even àwọn tó jágbàlagbà and I think the reason being that àwọn bàbá yẹn wọ́n ti wà use mọ́ màmá ló ń ṣe gbogbo nǹkan fún wọn lé. so nígbà tí màmá wa tí ò sí mọ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ tún ní ìdẹ́ tó màmá ṣe àárín yẹn. so most times it's not about a sleeping partner. just about someone to be there. to play the role. ló máa ń fa àwọn bàbá wa o. fún obìnrin àwa là ń ṣe nǹkan wa from time so akíkanjú ta níyẹn náà we keep it on even after our husband has passed.
ẹ ṣeun màmá wa.
That's just my opinion.
Ẹ ṣe gan.
Ọlọ́run darí gbogbo wa.
Àmín Jésù. Àmín Jésù. Ẹ ṣe gan ni mà. Ẹ ṣe mo dúpẹ́ kú gbogbo gbà. Ilé tọ́lọ́run tí bá yín dìmú, Ọlọ́run túbọ̀ bá yín dìmú o. Lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run lórúkọ Jésù. Ọlọ́run túbọ̀ dúró tì yín. A ṣe bàbá fún aláìní, bàbá ṣọkọ fún opó lágbára Ọlọ́run. God bless you ma. Ẹ ṣe ma. Thank you ma. God bless you ma. That's talking from coming from our mommy Ayode Ogunsi. In fact, I love when people speak from experience because when you don't have experience, you can just insinuate or assume. But when people speak from experience, it is easier. It's easier to. I'm trying to accept someone is trying to come on. Now I've been seeing a lot of comments, and I really want to read people's comments. Kota mama wa so nsin ó ní agbára gan ni pé some people they don't even have a good relationship in the first place and everything. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí o. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbàlejò mi tí wọ́n wọlé yìí wá. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Gbọ́ yín dáadáa. Àti gbọ́ báyìí. Ẹ ṣeun mà. God bless you. Ìyá ìpẹ̀lẹ́ má wọrí káṣá àti gbóhùn yín ni àwọn ọkọ ẹjẹ sáré fèsì fún nǹkan táwọn èèyàn kan sọ yìí ẹ ṣeun gan kó tó di pé mo béèrè orúkọ ẹni tó wà lórí ètò yìí màmá wa Oyèdélé Ògùn tí wọ́n dárúkọ wọ́n ní ó sábà wọ́pọ̀ láàrin àwọn men of God láti tètè máa marry ẹnìkan wá dá wọ́n ní to avoid temptation to avoid looky. What about women of God? Don't we get tempted? If women can control themselves, why can't men control themselves? And then thank you. Connie, we're enjoying your advice, ma. Thank you so much. Some men do not stay away up to 1 year after their wife's death. I read something. Emma Binuma or Arabic Kemosi Kejo for me 1 minute. Mo fẹ́ sáré kan continue ko ni farabalẹ̀ ko comment tó gùn. Me the fake comment yes salo MC Monite. When there is no timeline to it, the society might not frown at any individual moving on board. We have to consider the person involved. Their mental, physical, and emotional condition is more important than outsider. In fact, that's one of the major points. A lot of people are suffering mentally, emotionally, physically because of what the society will say. Instead of them to move on and do what is good for them. I really love that comment. I wish I could pin that comment that people could continue to read it. Ẹ ṣé gan ni arábìnrin MC Monite. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí arábìnrin Kemosi. Ẹ ṣé mo dúpẹ́ kú gbogbo ìgbà. Ẹ káàbọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dá sétò.
Ẹ kálẹ́ ma.
Ẹ kálẹ́. God bless you, sis.
Ẹ má bínú tútù ló lé mi wọlé.
You understand ma.
Gbogbo àwọn ọmọ mi wà tó sọ̀rọ̀ wọn ti sọ dáadáa. Kọ́mẹ̀tì tí àwọn àǹtí yẹn náà tẹ̀ka sí. That was exactly my point. Because mo fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ọmọdé jàdẹ̀, she's mentioned it. Àwọn Yorùbá máa ń kọrin kan wá orí orí nílé ayé o.
Àyànmọ́ kálukú ti wà lọ́tọ̀ọ̀tọ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. Kádàrá Kẹ́hìndé ìdàpọ̀ mọ́ títáyé. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Gbogbo nǹkan nílé ayé orí mi.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ṣé rí àwọn tí ọkọ wọn máa kú tó máa sáré máa rí ẹbí kò ní yẹn? Well, it depends on the individual's mental state. Ẹlòmíì mental state ẹ̀ kò lè gbé. Ṣẹ́gbẹ́ àti ìkọ́ tí mo sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ó máa wò pé báwo ló ṣe máa ṣe ibo ló ti máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ bí àwọn ọmọ mi ṣe mention lẹ́ẹ̀kọ́ yẹn. Most especially àwọn tó bá ní ọmọ kéékèèké lọ́wọ́. I get because ọ̀rọ̀ ọkọ àti ìyàwó ń gbà mí ọ̀rọ̀ bàbá ọ̀rọ̀ ọkùnrin ṣá a father figure in the life of children cannot be
estimated bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Underestimated and overemphasized.
bẹ́ẹ̀ ni. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni.
Ó lè jẹ́ nǹkan tẹ́lómi máa ń rò nìyẹn tó máa ń tètè marry. Ẹlòmíì ìdẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ ó máa wù kó marry. Kì í sí ẹni tó máa wá bá tó máa like. Bí àgbègbè àwọn tó wà bá wa ò pé eléyìí from frying pan to fire lọ́ra jẹ́ kí n dúró lórí ọwọ́ mi. Ẹlòmíì ìdẹ̀kẹ̀rẹ̀ á máa wò pé the love between myself and my husband. Máa tún lè share pẹ̀lú ẹlòmíì the bond between us. Gbogbo yẹn ló máa rò títí which I personally don't think is necessary. I will give you a certain example. Àbúrò mi, she lost her husband when she was 32 years old. She's 42 now. They still remarried, and I've never for once asked her. She had never spoken to me about it, and I've never asked her. She gets it because baby man respect opinion. Maybe she doesn't want to talk about it. So sometimes okay, let me leave it to when she's ready to talk about it. But she's not ready to discuss it, so I don't want to.
It's been 10 years as well. Ojo Law.
Yes. Kò ṣe pé bóyá ó ti dàgbà ju ẹni tó lè lọ́pọ̀lọ́ àbí ó comfortable débi tó máa sọ pé òkè òun wà òkè. Even everything that her husband left behind. Gbogbo ẹ̀ náà ló máa ti ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́. So ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ọwọ́ náà ló wà. Then àwọn factors tó máa ti sáré lọ marry. Wọ́n ṣẹ́jọ́ wọn náà. Tábà ní pẹ̀kẹ́ bá wò èèyàn náà ni wọn òjíṣẹ́ náà ni wọn. Ẹni tó held church congregation jẹ́ bí 200-300. Tí obìnrin tó wà ní church gan tó jẹ́ pé bí 80% of the congregation lóbìnrin. Àwọn tó ń tì máa rí náà tó fẹ́ di mọ́ bí pastor wà bẹ́ẹ̀. Meditation lóríṣiríṣi.
It's true.
Kò dẹ́ni tó ṣe Jésù ni Jésù bá gbé lò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn èèyàn tó pé èṣù dìde plant wọn sí church láti wá máa tẹ́lẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
That is why it's advisable for men of God
to move on time.
Of course, why come on divorce more than marry? Wọ́n ní kò sí nínú Bible ìpè tó bá divorce.
A máa ti ń rí tó máa ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé ìsìn. Ó máa ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀.
Kò sí nǹkan tí ò ṣẹlẹ̀ mọ́.
Ó ti ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láyé ìsìn. Wọ́n ti rí scripture fi back ẹ̀ up.
Tó máa ń gbọ́ bóyá ìyàwó kú ọkọ kú ní pẹ̀lú advice kò kú fún wo sísá àkọ́tọ́ fẹ́ ní kwaya àbí ní ọ̀ṣà.
Kwaya àtọ́ṣà ló wà jí òkè ẹ ṣe. You're right. Yeah, ẹ ṣe gan ni. God bless you, sis. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, you are right. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, you are right. Ẹ ṣé. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sis. Àmín.
Èèyàn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n ṣe máa ṣe matchmaking lórí program yìí. Pé àwọn tó bá wá máa gbé wọn wá.
Mo láwọn tó jẹ́ experts in that area. I have people that I work with, there are some organizations that I work with that are experts in that area. Seriously.
Yes, you told them that you brought somebody before.
Yes.
You brought a couple before.
Yeah. That's what they do. They are experts in matchmaking. So if anybody wants information about them, please DM me after the, but I don't do it. But I have organizations that I work with that they do matchmaking, and we have a lot of success stories. Ẹ ṣé gan ni ma, arábìnrin Kẹ́mọ́sí ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà, ẹ jẹ́ ká dá and sister mi tán wọlé, ẹ jẹ́ kí attend sáwọn náà. Ẹ ṣé gan. God bless you. Hello, sis. Can we hear you? What's going on? I can't hear how. Me, my boy. Mo ti ń gbọ́ díẹ̀ báyìí, but kò clear. Ṣé kò ṣe network Nigeria nìyẹn? Gbọ́ yín dáadáa. We are hearing you now. Ẹ kálẹ́, káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. God bless you. Ẹ lè bá wa dárúkọ yín fáwọn èèyàn wa. Ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ bá wa dárúkọ yín.
Orúkọ mi ni Ìyáàfin Suarez.
And your stage name is?
Stage name is Royal Crown.
Royal Crown Alága. Nice to have you on board, sis. Ẹ jẹ́ bá wa dá sétò yìí, ẹ bá wa dá sí, ẹ jẹ́ ká gbọ́ view yín. Kí lẹ lérò, kí làwọn nǹkan tẹ́ fìpọ̀ máa ń fà á.
Àdúpẹ́ bẹ̀ ti máa sọ wá sọ́nà lórí ètò yín.
Ẹ ṣeun. Thank you, sis.
It was interesting and knowledge impactful.
Thank you, sis.
Ọ̀sẹ̀ ìyàtálẹ̀ tí ẹ sọ yẹn pàtàkì jùlọ ni pé kò sígbà tí téèyàn bá dàgbàdàgbà náà téèyàn dògbò ọkọ á fi ìyàwó lẹ̀ àbí kíyàwó fi ọkọ sílẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
But at the early stage kò really yẹ kéèyàn máa remarry. Because you will even find different experiences. More so táwọn ọmọ yẹn bá ṣì kéré. Because kọ́nà ṣàánú wa ní ayé òde ìsìn. Àwọn ọkùnrin yẹn kọ́nà ṣàkọsí ẹ̀ ṣàánú wa.
Àmín.
Especially tó bá ti ṣe ọmọ wọn. Wọ́n lè máa lọ ṣe iṣẹ́ mọ́ all sexual abuse, which does not even make sense. Kò tẹ́ èmi lọ́rùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí abiyamọ. So though my mom is not a divorcee or something, but she and thank God fún àwọn ẹbí wọn tó tẹ́wọ́ gbàrú wa pé no, we just have to be part of your training and everything. So kò yí sí torí wọ́n fẹ́ sáré remarry. Àwọn ẹbí wọn bá tẹ̀sí máa kó pé ìwà máa dágbélé ni, ṣé wà máa wá ṣe ṣé wà máa dáná fún rẹ̀ ní gbogbo orúkọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn. Ìsìlẹ̀ rárá ó dẹ̀ máa ní impact lórí àwọn ọmọ yẹn jù. Ṣùgbọ́n tó bá yẹ pé ìyá yẹn ó wà stay fast, ìyẹn ò mí pé kò ní ní helper o àbá lájọ ní ọ̀tìkọ́dẹ̀. Tètè ìgbérin àsìkò rí sẹ́tù sọ́dọ̀ bàbá mi. Orí ìfá mo ti ṣàwọn iṣẹ́ kan rí mà tó yẹ pé ìyá ti lọ lọ́tọ̀ bàbá ti lọ lọ́tọ̀ àwọn eléyìí ò tiẹ̀ tún kú.
Wọ́n ní kí adjust camera yín àwọn èèyàn rí yín dáadáa. Wọ́n ní kí adjust camera yín. Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, we can see you now.
Irú àwọn kan ọ̀ ṣe widow ọ̀dẹ̀ ṣe widow irú iṣẹ́ kan tèmi ṣe bàbá ti remarry ìyá ti remarry ìjà ti dé orí ti dòwe. Ní ọjọ́ engagement yẹn ọjọ́ introduction gbọ̀ngàn lọ́tẹ̀ ti sọ pé tó bá dọjọ́ engagement o mo máa jó wọlé pẹ̀lú ọkọ mi tuntun ni o. Bàbá náà ti ní pẹ̀lú yìí o Ìkòròdú bí mo ti ṣiṣẹ́ yẹn bàbá náà ni mo máa jó pẹ̀lú ìyàwó mi tuntun ni o ọ̀rọ̀.
Network yẹn, oh my God, don't play up. Point on them make it, they were very important. Ṣé ni point, ṣé ni network yẹn sá lọ. Gbọ́ dáadáa.
Ọmọ yóò pọ̀ ìgbòmí ọláìkì pé kéèyàn remarry kéèyàn ṣàdúró nínú ìfẹ́ Ọlọ́run kéèyàn dẹ̀ máa gbàdúrà kọ́lọ́ dẹ̀ bá èèyàn gbé ẹrù ẹ̀ dórí lọ́tún.
Àmín. Ẹ ṣeun gan ni sis. Network kò tẹ̀jẹ̀ ká fi gbogbo ara enjoy conversation yẹn, but I think I picked her point. The most important thing that she was trying to say ni wípé left to her, she will be by herself. Now, she made mention of something. Wípé sometimes the fathers pé tí èèyàn bá lọ remarry pé wọ́n lè máa abuse àwọn ọmọ tí èèyàn kó wá sínú relationship. I don't know why we always go about that in the negative one. We've seen bàbá gan tó abuse ọmọ tó bí Ọlọ́run má jàre kéèyàn má jẹ́ olórí burúkú ni. So sometimes I think one of the reasons that a lot of people don't go into remarry is fear of that. One of the things that she just said now. Now let's talk about those things. The fear. What are the things that are actually making people to say, no, I won't go into the second marriage, or I won't remarry, or my husband is gone, I'm not going to remarry, or my wife is gone, I'm not going to remarry. I think one of the major ones there is fear of being abused by the other person. But we've seen where people remarry, and even the marriage is even better than the previous one. Ó dàbí pé a máa entertain fear gan. Kí n ka nǹkan tí àwọn èèyàn sọ lórí Facebook. Ẹnìkan ní, man can't be patient as women. We should consider their mental health. Okay. Ẹ kú ètò elétò, ẹ ṣeun, arábìnrin Yemi Ogujimi. Working in your calling, thank you so much. Now, working in your calling says, yes, it's up to a person's decision and what they decide to do. But I know that the men move on quicker than the women. Some men cannot wait when you try to question their actions. The men will, when you try to question their actions, the men will respond by saying it is what it is. But it is not so with women. The men do it quicker. Well, we all know that the women, we are always very patient, we are always very tolerant. Some said there are some fathers that abuse their own children as well. So when people are saying, because only a mad person will look at a young child and say, because let's even not go there. You know, fear of the unknown, no shock, fear of the unknown. Some people, it's not as if they don't want to do it. Now, let's talk about the implications of not doing it. Because we talk about fear of the unknown, why they don't want to do it, because some people say their mental health cannot carry it. Some people say, I cannot imagine myself being touched or being, being with another man because of what the bond between me and my ex. Or remember that we're not just talking about widow or widowers now, we're talking also about divorce. So some people will divorce and they will say, I will never remarry, because of the experience they have in their previous marriage. They are too afraid to go into another relationship, and sometimes we miss out. When we do this, we miss out, because you never say never. The fact that it didn't work out the first time does not mean it's not going to work out the second time. Fear of the unknown will deprive of enjoying what they're supposed to be enjoying in their new home. We've seen people that remarry and they move, it's like they're in heaven, and we've seen people that after the death of their spouse, they move on, whether for a man or a woman, and they enjoy it. Like somebody said, prayer is everything. Tutu for Mary, thank you so much, ma. She said, the implication is loneliness. Loneliness dey le payan. Let me pick this call. Ẹ jẹ́ ká gbé pè tó wọlé yìí. Hello, ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ sà.
Ẹ
kúrọ̀lẹ́ mà. Ẹ kúrọ̀lẹ́ mà. Ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò yìí. Good evening. Yes, ma.
I say, I just want to contribute to what you.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma.
Mo ti gbọ́ gbogbo àwọn nǹkan tẹ́ ẹ sọ.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni. Ẹ ṣeun.
Nǹkan tẹ́mi fẹ́ sọ níbẹ̀ ni wípé ẹ ti sọ pé kò ṣe nípa tó bóyá ọkọ kú àbíyàwó kú ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni, ó lè jẹ́ divorce, ó lè pé relationship ò work.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ti sọ pé fear of ló máa ń fear, that spirit of fear wà nínú àwọn ọmọ pé I can't do this. Àwọn ò mọ bí ọjọ́ iwájú ṣe rí. Ọlọ́run nìkan ni ó mọ bí ọjọ́ iwájú ṣe rí. Ṣó ti yé yín? Èmi tẹ̀rí èmi gan divorce sílẹ̀ nínú. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run wípé ẹni tí mo wà pẹ̀lú sìn, this year will be the 10th year, so I might pay 10 years together. Mo ever regret for one single second, not even minute or month or day, if we go into that relationship. Initially, àwọn èèyàn náà introduce ẹ̀ sí mi. Àwọn èèyàn náà introduce ẹ̀ mi tí máa sọ pé mo ò ní interest, mo lè sọ pé mo gbọ́ lè kó jìnnà láti pẹ́ yẹn pé I'm no more interested. Because èmi náà ní ọmọ ẹ̀yọ̀ kan lọ́wọ́. So ẹ̀rù ń ba èmi gan pé experience mi pẹ̀lú marriage irọ́ Ọlọ́run ò ní jẹ́ kí ara dáhùn àgbẹ̀ ṣàtúntì mọ́ kíkọ́. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ mi tó nífẹ̀ẹ́ mi ní ọkàn ló ní just try it. Mo lè dúpẹ́ ọmọ mi kò ever rí ọkùnrin mi mọ́ jẹ́ tí mo fẹ́ yìí. Àwọn ọmọ ẹni tí mo lè fẹ́ gbogbo wọn ló lọ́ọ̀bù ọmọ mi wọn lọ. Àwọn family gbogbo wa ti múra pa. Mo lè rí fẹ́ one single thing. Èmi kò máa wò pé àdíbí mo wò pé àpò ẹ̀fẹ̀ try ẹ̀fẹ̀ ṣe nìkan. Kí ẹ má máa jẹ́ kí n fíà ohun wájú láti má jẹ́ pé ká lùsì nǹkan kí Ọlọ́run pípẹ́. Ní church wọ́n ti sọ fún mi rí ní tí mo pe pastor kan pé ẹjọ́ kan advice mi I don't even know what is going on mo bí mo yẹ fẹ́ ṣe. And I was still a young lady. Kò ṣe kọ́kọ́ kú mọ́ mi lórí náà. ọkọ ló ṣe orí burúkú lọ́sẹ̀ ẹ̀ ẹ understand and everybody rí pé nǹkan tó ṣe kò ṣe mí ló fọ́ọ̀tù wà lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ kí pásítọ̀ yẹn later pastor yẹn apologize they will go on the pulpit and be saying things ẹni tí nǹkan ò bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí má preach ẹ̀ ẹni tí nǹkan ò bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí má give me ní advice tó bá mọ ẹni tí nǹkan bá ṣẹlẹ̀ sí ló lè fi yọ ní advice. ẹni tí bàtà ẹni tó wọ bàtà ló mọ ibi tó ti ń tà àwọn lẹ́sẹ̀. ẹ ló mọ ibi tó ti ń tà àwọn. tó kéèyàn má kàn fi ẹjọ́ nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ sí èèyàn kan pé experience ẹ̀ débẹ̀ so don't judge people that go into it. Some people go into it wọ́n regret it. But àtúrí àwọn ọ̀pọ̀ tó go into another relationship ní ọkọ wọn kú àbí ìyàwó wọn kú àbí bóyá wọ́n divorce wọ́n dẹ̀ go wọ́n really enjoy ẹ̀ ju èyí tí wọ́n ti wà nínú ẹ̀ lọ. So the pastor told me pé àfi tí ìgbà kọ́kọ́ mi ò wò ní marry.
Anyway ìyẹn ó dàbí pé.
Anyway kan tí mo wá fẹ́ fàyọ ni wípé ká bá máa ní ìbẹ̀rù pé Ọlọ́run ò ṣe kò sí iwájú fún wa láti lọ mọ́.
Ẹ ṣeun.
We can see the better off.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
So ẹ ṣeun. Kò sẹ́ni tó ń pray divorce àbí kọ́kọ́ kú àbí nìkan.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Ẹ jẹ́ ká fọ́ èèyàn ní second chance. Ẹ má jẹ́ ká máa bẹ̀rù pé kí nípa àtẹ̀ní kó sọ́wọ́ ọkùnrin.
Àmín.
Àbí òsọmọ.
Àmín Jésù. Ẹ ṣé gan ni mà, ẹ ṣeun arábìnrin Yemi Ogunjimi. God bless you ma. Now let's talk about this. This is a very good one. All in the name of pé ẹ̀rù ń bà mí, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ they miss their chances. Even the first man you married or the first woman you married, it's by chance. Kò sẹ́yìn ọkọ tó mọ bí ọkùnrin ṣe rí àti bóbìnrin ṣe máa rí ọ̀n tí ta bá dénú ẹ̀ tán. Ọjà òkùnkùn ni ìgbéyàwó ọ̀n tí ta bá wọbẹ̀ tán la máa tó rí pé hey, àṣé nǹkan tí mo wọ̀rẹ́ thank God this is what I went in for. So why do we have to fear the second time? Ẹ ṣé mà àǹtí ẹni ọlá ẹlága wọ́n ní olóòtú looking sweet, thank you so much ma. Wọ́n ní good evening my beautiful family, thank you. Royal Crown says to fear the fear of the unknown. The enjoying part is not common. Well, maybe from the angle that you are looking at it, I think that is one thing that we need to get rid of. Get rid of the fear of the unknown. Get rid of the fact that it's not happening for some people. Well, if you pray and the Lord says you should not do it and your instinct says you should not do it, that's a different thing. But when you block any chance, that might be you blocking, the blessing that God is going to bring your way. Now, the children factor. Let's talk about the children factor. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìgbà àpapàjùlọ àwa obìnrin ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ó mú láyà wa ju anything else. Wọ́n máa gbọ́ jẹ́ ń jókòó táwọn ọmọ mi o, jẹ́ ń jókòó táwọn ọmọ mi o, jẹ́ ń máa forí tì o, jẹ́ ń jókòó tí àwọn ọmọ mi. Somebody said earlier, I have someone that lost her husband over 25, 30 years ago, and she was in her 30s. Now she's over 60. Ọmọ mẹ́ta ló bí, ọmọ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ti marry. Wọ́n ti lọ, èyí tó lọlé ọkọ ti lọlé ọkọ, èyí tó lọ tó fẹ́ fẹ́yàwó ti fẹ́yàwó. Unfortunately, none of them is living in the same town as her. Now, loneliness is beginning to set in at age 60 something. Ẹjọ́ ṣé 60 something ló ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ máa wá. Ọmọ yẹn tọ́jú wọn quite alright. Wọ́n gbà yàn, wọ́n ṣe gbogbo ẹ̀bọ ṣó fẹ́ dàbí ni. Ayé àtijọ́ ni ìyá máa lọ ń bá ọmọ tó máa ní àmọ́ ń gbálé ọmọ kan dé kejì. Àwọn ọmọ sì yìí hardly they don't even live nearby. I can't remember the last time I saw my own mother. My mom has never had the opportunity to come and help me raise my children because we are not in the same location. Now, like mommy said here, mommy said, but some children will be the one to ask their dad or mommy to remarry or move on. That when about one day stage come and listen, mommy, okay, mommy, please don't worry about it. I think a lot of times as well, the fear of what will my children say, how will my children react, how do I tell my children that I have another woman or I have another man? Then another thing is children rivalry. You know that some children they rival with their mommy's new spouse. So let's talk about that. How do you put it across to your children when you're about to thank you, bye ma. Somebody said bye for that. Somebody has to go. We understand if you have to leave. Thank you. For those that are just joining us, if you're joining us, thank you so much, ma. For those that are just joining us on this show, what are we talking about tonight? We're talking about how easy is it for women to move on after they are being widowed or divorced compared to their male counterparts. Pardon me, what are the factors that are affecting them from moving on. Remember, on Facebook you can give us stars, don't forget. How easy is it for women to move on compared to their male counterparts? What are the factors affecting people from moving on after they are divorced, or they are widowed, or they become widowers? What are the factors? People have talked about there's so many factors contributing to people saying no, I'll remain single. Some of them have been said that it is fear of the unknown. What if I marry the man and the man is not nice? What if the man, even the one you married first time, to me, it is God that helped you to choose that one now. So why would you think the second one will cause you trouble? And some people as well, if they've suffered in the first marriage, they will be afraid to marry again. They will say, look at the auntie that called us now. She said she was in a very, very toxic relationship, but she found it very difficult to move on until people encouraged her to move on, and the person that she moved on to, that she has never had any reason to regret. Mama Yodidogo says, when they have all left, and you have an empty nest, then there are many activities one can get involved in to avoid loneliness. Well, if you're already at a certain age and these children, the children now live, that's what, talking from experience, since there's so many activities that you can get yourself involved with. Now, don't get me wrong, we are not here to impose. Thank you, Alaja Sumba, for joining us. We are not here to impose on people that once your spouse is gone, you have to remarry. But you have to be sure that you don't want to. You have to be sure that you will not have reasons to regret. If I had known, 10-20 years ago, marry. If you know you're going to be like that, it's better for you to do it. Make sure you're doing it for, if you're not doing it, make sure it is for a good reason. Not because, I think that one is one of the major things I was expecting to say. What will people say? What is your business with what people say? It's about your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. What's it cost a lot of people need in their happiness, their joy. And remember that life is only to be lived once. We only live once. You are afraid of what people will say, and you decided that I'm going to remain single after losing my husband or losing my wife or after divorce. I don't want people to say I don't want people to talk People will always talk. The person that I was referring to earlier, after a while, somebody actually use it to, people will always talk. People will always talk. So it's not a matter of what will people say. Let your reason never be what will people say. That would be one of the most ridiculous reasons for you not to move on. That would be one of the most painful reasons that you will live to regret. If I had known, I would have moved on. People would always talk. This person refused to move on, and people were even using it to abuse us. Ori. After how many years? So let your reason be about you. If you don't want to do it, make sure it is you that don't want to do it, and make sure that your reason is good enough. That is my own. Don't do it don't say because fear. Even the one you married that died, it is God that helped you to choose that one as well. Decision making is hard in that sense. Decision making can be challenging, it can be hard in every situation. We just need to pray and trust God. The children factor, remember that the children will grow up and they will all live. Do not do it because the children will grow up and go away. But if you do it because of your children, and the children now eventually go away, we can find activities to keep you busy. May God help us. Now, how can we, the society, help? How can we support? Because with the society, we are the one that are usually causing more problem for people. How can we help? Let's talk about that in the next 2-3 minutes before we close the show. Pardon me. Before we close the show. How can we help as a people, as a community, as a society? How can we support? How can we help? A lot of people, we are the reasons some people are suffering in silence. We are the reasons that, like, somebody will judge and say, how can we help? How can we support? Like one of my sisters said earlier that she had a sister that has been widowed for over 10 years, but she has never spoken to her about it. I think you should take it up upon yourself one of these days. Just bring the topic up on a lighter note. Don't impose it on her. Don't force her. Don't try not to come across as if you're trying to judge her, you're trying to push her, you're trying to mount pressure on her. But it might be nice. You may be surprised that bringing the topic up may kind of say, ṣe fi pé yẹ kí n ṣe ni. Ẹlòmíì kàn wọ́n èèyàn tó kàn máa bá stop. Èèyàn kọ́kọ́ èèyàn tó máa bá sọ ni. Ẹlòmíì fẹ́ ṣe but tó wò pé ẹnì kankan tẹ̀ bá mi sọ. So you can bring the topic up in a lighter, then and also they said by not judging them, by giving them words of encouragement. That's coming from Alaja Sumbo Alabi. Pardon me. By respecting people's decisions. Now I know people that are very oh my god, Ejema Bino Motoro Gafara. There are people that will advise you, and they're advising you. If you say no, Otidogun, I'm better something. Never ever do that. Respect their decisions, respect their opinions. Only to find time ko tun bring it up in a lighter mode. Then somebody says, stop doing igbeborun. Mind your business. Don't make them feel bad. Sis, God bless you so much. It's more grace and wisdom. So, ladies and gentlemen, what are we talking about tonight? If people have to be, especially at young age, today not today. Is somebody mentioning my name among you? Why am I sneezing? One day about to listen one that coin. So what if I do for me? This one I'm sneezing continuously. I'm so sorry. I do beg your pardon. Motora Foriji. And then they said we can also, thank you sis, want to bless you. Somebody said we can help by matchmaking, encourage them and respect people's opinion. Yes. I think that matchmaking is another thing. If people are afraid, like the auntie that called earlier, I want to try any da, any good, because I want to encourage one. She said she's been together for 10 years and it has been awesome. Auntie Topaz, one I wonder to community team Arabic came in already. You are blessed, man. Too much money. That would be nice. So, ladies and gentlemen, we just pray. Call on Lady Mariko Shano for Bubuwa. Kamariku Oko, Kamariku Aya, ni Ewele. Put the situation in Petono and Nicola Mashadi and Nicola Amno. Buwa Pata Kafi, or Pau, Kafi Rigi Jobi. Tí ìgbéyàwó bá dẹ̀ ṣe náà tó di pé ọ̀tún lọ èkejì ẹni kíní lọ sọ́tún ẹni kejì gba òsì lọ. If God is laying it upon your heart to move on, try and do it for yourself. Don't do it for anybody. Whatever decision you make, whether you decide to move on or you decide to remain in the relationship, remain single, please make sure you make that decision based on you, not on people. A lot of people are making decisions based on people. Hey, can I when you so? Hey, it's about she. And when you're committing, you feel like, and when you're to move on, based on people, people will always make you regret. But if you based on yourself and your decision, or maybe God is saying, don't do it. That's a different thing. But pray, give it a chance. Don't block your mind. If you block your mind, even if you are seeing the chances in front of you like this, you won't even look at it twice. But then, of course, they put chances because you already blocked your mind. But ní àsìkò tí a bá sì jẹ́ rèwerèwe lágbára Ọlọ́run àtàwọn kọ́ wa lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àfọwọ́páwọ̀ àfẹ́rẹ́ gíjòlè tá bá wá rẹni tó ń wò mí lọ́sàn-án yìí àbí lálẹ́ yìí àbí níbikíbi tá bá ti wọ́n gbé àárọ̀ lẹ́yìn wà àbí ẹ tí wá padà wo ètò yìí lẹ́yìn tá ti fi àdàgbà ẹ̀rọ síbì kan bóyá yìí jẹ́ ọmọdé ni tí ọkọ ti papòdà àbí kẹ̀ tí ìyàwó papòdà mo gbàdúrà pé Ọlọ́run á dúró tì yín Ọlọ́run á bá yín gbẹ́rù ti wíwo tí wọ́n gbé sílẹ̀ torí kò rọrùn pé kí ẹrù ẹnìkan kó di méjì mo dẹ̀ tún gbàdúrà náà pé èyíkéyìí tẹ́ bá ti sọ pé mo fẹ́ ṣe o lágbára lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́ bóyá ẹ decide pé mo fẹ́ dá wà ní o àbẹ́ decide pé mo fẹ́ tẹ̀síwájú ní Ọlọ́run á ràn yín lọ́wọ́. Please do not entertain fear, and as we say, people, let us encourage them, don't discriminate, and let us be conscious of them. Tá bá ń ṣe couples dinner ní church ẹ jẹ́ ká rántí pé àwọn kan wà widowed, àwọn kan wà divorced, àwọn kan wà tó tẹ̀tí wà marriageable tí wọ́n ti marry. Don't let us be too carried away. We always do that. We forget. Lọ́jọ́ Valentine, hey, gbogbo àlà ń show, my husband got this, my wife got me this. Did we think about people that are divorced, people that are widowed, or people that are single? Let us always bear in mind. Let's carry them along. Let's call them. Let's encourage them. Let's support them. Do not let us discriminate, please. It's so important. Don't let us gossip about them. Please let us watch it. You know, a lot of women out there, a lot of men out there are really, really depressed. You know, they are under pressure, they are upset, they are, you know, they're just not happy because of the way the society will handle the situation. If you don't, you go see you go on. But only kokola ko fe bi ìlàlẹ̀. We're not saying that practice is good, but still, ẹ jẹ́ kí àwa tí a jẹ́ àwọn èèyàn wa ká encourage àwọn èèyàn wa. If it is, and what is good for the geese should be good for the gander. Èèyàn ọjọ́kùnrin kò mí pé ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní upper hand ju obìnrin lọ, but whatever you do, ẹ jẹ́ ká fi sọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run, and let that decision be based on you and not on other people's opinion. Thank you so much. God bless you. Money for happiness start from within yourself. Thank you, ma'am. What works for A is not necessarily to work for B. People should respect others' decisions or opinions and do what works for you. And we should not ignore them in the society. Please don't ignore them. If you have some of them may be a little bit resistant. They must summon me. Some of them are like that, but give them time, you know, give them time, talk to them, encourage them and support them. Àsìkò yìí ò kí ń gbà fún wa rárá ní gbogbo ọ̀sẹ̀. Bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ, ó máa ń wọ̀nyí wípé ká jẹran pẹ́ lẹ́nu. Àmọ́ ó ń fa ọ̀nà fún kì í gbà fún wa. Níbí ni a máa tún fi àdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀ sí lénìí. Àwọn kó tó dípé àfàdàgbà ètò yìí rọ̀, mo fẹ́ fàsìkò yìí dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n bá wa dá sétò. Èrò máa pọ̀ léni o, káì, mi ò tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kí n dárúkọ torí tí n bá dárúkọ kódà kò sí ni màá fi kan lẹ̀sọ̀ kan. Àmọ́ gbogbo pátápátá la mọ̀ra wa. Mo gbà ládùúrà pé ẹ̀ní nìkan ṣayé yìí owó ìtẹ́ bá wa dá sétò lénìí. Ilé yín tó ń tòrò tó ń rójú kò ní dàrú. Gbogbo ẹni tó wà lórí ètò yìí tí wọ́n jẹ́, whether you're a widow or a widower, the Lord will comfort you, the Lord will be with you, the Lord will keep your home by the grace of God. Mo tún wá ń fi àsìkò yìí náà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n ṣe agbátẹrù ètò yìí. Iléeṣẹ́ Chorus Jewels and Laces, ẹ ṣeun, ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà. Iléeṣẹ́ Royal Vogue, ẹ ṣeun. Iléeṣẹ́ Celebration International Magazine, ẹ ṣeun, mo dúpẹ́. Mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ iléeṣẹ́ First Rate Global níbi tí wọ́n ti máa yàn kọ́lé ní Nàìjíríà, ẹ ṣeun, ẹ kú gbogbo ìgbà. Mo tún wá ń fi àsìkò yìí dágbére fún gbogbo wa pé èmi Olúwabùnmi aya Òṣìbẹ̀rù, mo tún ti ń lọ lénìí gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe máa ń sọ ní ọ̀sẹ̀ọ̀sẹ̀ wípé lílọ ni mò ń lọ yìí, ogun ó lọ kò dé kò ní bá mi, ó dé kò bá wọn, kò wá ní jẹ́ tiyín lọ́lá Ọlọ́run. Ayọ̀, àlàáfíà, ìdùnnú tí mo fẹ́ fi yín sílẹ̀ nínà, òun náà ni máa padà wá báyìí lọ́jọ́ mẹ́jọ lọ́lá Ọlọ́run. Wọ́n fàsìkò sọ gbogbo wípé láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o, mo ní láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Ẹ̀yin ò ní forígun, èmi ò ní fẹsẹ̀ kọ, mọ́tò yòówù ká lè wọ̀ kó ní forí sọ̀gì o. Láyọ̀ la ó máa, láyọ̀ la máa pàdé, láyọ̀ la ó máa pàdé o. Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the special grace of God. Bye. Orí wa ò play lẹ́nìí, kí ló dé? Hey, play o. Thank you.
Àsìkò ti tó, ìtumọ̀ ètò kan. Let's talk traditional wedding. Gbogbo lólùfẹ́ rẹ̀ mú retí rẹ̀ èyí. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ẹ̀bùn lóríṣiríṣi mẹ́lẹ̀ kí ìṣèwé. Let's talk traditional wedding. Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ni lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Check it out. Ètò Let's talk traditional wedding ló lọ lọ́wọ́.
Káwọn jíjẹ.
Kí lorúkọ ètò náà? Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó kọ́ ni lọ́gbọ́n. Let's talk traditional wedding. Every Tuesday on Instagram. Every Tuesday on Facebook. 6 p.m. UK time. Every Tuesday on Facebook. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk traditional wedding. Ètò ìgbéyàwó tó fún mi lóye. Let's talk.
Thank you so much, everybody. See you next week by the grace of God. Bye. God bless you.